It's an acoustic version of Iris with Savella and Rachel Schroeder. Boy, gee, that's a mouthful. Anyway, I'm really happy, more than happy to say that I've been looking forward to this for over a week because Lorna Buchan, if I pronounce that correctly,
yes,
or Buchan, she has been successful in becoming the mayor of Rockingham. And if we can just go back a little bit, you won by a pretty good margin, I think.
Yeah, it was comfortable margin.
Isn't that nice?
Comfortable.
It wasn't. It was comfortable. It was very, very well. Look, I've got to congratulate you first on achieving that. I think it was brilliant because I think. The message you portrayed, or what I got as a just a member of the community, Lorna, was that, and I did ask you to follow up something on it, and you did, which was great. But you seem to be for everybody.
Oh, certainly am. I'm just very grateful that people have put their trust in me to lead the city for the next 4 years. I think it just proves that if you're out there in the community, you're seen, you're working hard. You're listening and you're communicating with people. That's what people want to know. They may not get the result that they want, but they want to be heard, and they want to at least know that what they've discussed has been communicated to the city staff and that you've tried on their behalf.
And that's it, isn't it? Like, we're just chatting off air about the Rockingham Cup, which I would assume was a big success.
It was. We had over 20,000 visitors to the foreshore that day. So over the 2 days, it was fabulous. We were really putting on a big show.
That's it.
The beach, the water, the boats in the water, the horses, and all the entertainment. It was a fabulous weekend.
It was. And, like there's going to be, and that's what sometimes I think, again, as a member of the community, people don't sort of grasp it, like a place at Rockingham, and all of a sudden you have, I don't know how many people, maybe 10,000 people from other suburbs come. It's going to have some hiccups, but I think if you sort of logically, dare I say, think about it, you should realise that there might be hiccups here because it's such a big event. And we've got a lot of volunteers who are giving up their time, and I know it costs the council quite a bit of money, but you've got to sort of think, but does that bring money into the community? It does.
We were really grateful to Palm Beach Rotary for taking on the role of coordinating the whole event. The city come because we have to have event management companies come in to assist us to run the event. 40 members of Palm Beach Rotary can't manage that event by themselves. No. So we do pay a professional events management company to come in and assist. And over the 2 days, we do some modelling based on spend per head, and we reckon it brought in $1.2 million into the local economy.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Oh. So that's a massive return on investment.
And the thing is, too, I think that's the thing, like, it got asking the question, like back in the old days, that if you had a school fete, people would sort of have a little stall themselves, but now a lot of people pay for the stalls, but they still return the investment for the schools who put it on. Yeah. And you've got to have that balance.
Yeah, people say to me they want activation, they want things happening on their foreshore. So, when groups come forward like that, we always want to assist to help them to activate the foreshore. I know that possibly horse racing isn't everybody's cup of tea. But there will be other events that might be your cup of tea. We've got our Christmas light switch on coming up. We have the fireworks for New Year's Eve with the band Shepherd. The Hey Geronimo.
Oh, I've got it on my plate. Oh, really?
Yes, they're coming to the foreshore to play live for us at New Year.
Oh, really?
So that will bring in, a whole heap of more people. We've got Australia Day, our festival on Australia Day with fireworks, and we also have in February we have Symphony on the Green, which is my favourite.
Oh, what's that about?
That's the WA Symphony Orchestra come down and they put on a massive free conference for attendees. Obviously, the city pay for it from our rates funds, but it's put on for the benefit of residents and visitors to the city.
Oh, is that the one at just behind Gary Holland? Is
Yes.
that where, yeah, I've seen them set up for that before, I think. Yeah.
Have you never been?
I have never been.
Oh, well, you have to come down. You have to be my guest. You have to come and sit with me, and we'll sing along to the songs.
Oh, well, I love music, you know, whether it be orchestras or whether it be bands. But, yeah, I think, you know, the great thing is getting, and I've noticed, because I think I'm on your Facebook, I'm not too sure, I'm not all that, but, you know, I've noticed in the press and the photos, even last week, I think you went out to, you went out to a new gourmet shop opened at Warnborough Shops.
Yes, yeah.
And
they're selling lots of Scottish things, so I was straight in there.
I got a joke. Who said it's not corruption?
Yeah.
No, I'm only joking, of course. And that looks really good. But you see, that's the beauty of, when I say putting yourself out there, letting people know, you know, and that is great because I wouldn't have gone there.
Yeah, well, I like to support businesses. I'm going out
That's
tomorrow
great.
to see Scissors and Stone Hairdresser. They've won a national award. So I'm going out to see them tomorrow, so you can read all about that as well.
Yeah, it's so good. I think you mentioned before, you haven't had a day off yet.
No. So the election that was called on the Sunday evening. On the Monday, I had to go to my day job. And unfortunately, sadly, handed my notice in. I was quite sad about that. But obviously, taking up the new role as Mayor of the City, that's a full-time role. So I was sad to leave my colleagues in City of Perth. And Tuesday was swearing in, and Wednesday I was in my new office and meeting with the CEO, and just from there my diary completely blew up because everybody wanted to come and meet the new mayor.
Which is understandable too, because it's such a, I think, again, I'm sort of, what I read, you please correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
There was only between 23 to 25% of people voted. Is that correct?
I think overall it was about 32%
that's not bad.
eligible voters, which was average for WA.
It's just, because I'm guilty of this, so I'll ask the question. I never cared about council elections. I mean, I know you've got to with your state and your federal, but it never hit me, the importance. I think that's the word, importance.
Yeah, well, we're the local government that's closest to the people.
That's it.
We do your swimming pools, your sports centres, your parks and gardens, your bin service. We take care of all the things that you interact with on a daily basis. So It is important that you have the right representatives out front. Basically, my role as mayor is to make sure that I get the best possible deal for the ratepayers here in Rockingham.
That's so important, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because, everything goes up. And, it's one of the unfortunate facts that if your rates go up X%, then, you guys have got insurances, you've got this. So it's got to roll on somewhere, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I think personally, and again, I don't mind the increase, providing that things are getting done, A, and B, the money's not being wasted. I think that's very, as a ratepayer, it's not the money, it's what you do with the money.
Yes. Well, we run a fairly tight ship, and we do have some surpluses at the end of the year, but then that's always brought forward into the next financial year. And we're accelerating our community infrastructure plan on that basis. So we are going to this month look at our 10-year business plan with all of our community infrastructure listed out for the next 10 years and looking at ways of how we're going to fund that. And that is alongside our everyday, mowing of lawns, cleaning of swimming pools. So this is additional on top. This is new infrastructure. And I think we're looking at about $127 million investment over the next 10 years.
$127 million? In
new infrastructure for the community.
Wow. So does that come from rates generally?
Yes. Yeah, and we get some grant funding.
Okay. So I'm just curious because I don't know how local council works. So does the CEO responsible to you? Or
Yes, the CEO is employed by the council as a whole, so it's not
Right.
just me. So all 12 of us, we employ the CEO,
Oh, okay.
and the CEO then employs or is responsible for the employment of all the staff, which comes to about 650 full-time equivalents.
Are you serious?
Yeah, 650 FTE at the city. We have a $200 million budget every year, and our staff costs are about 80 million.
Wow, is that right?
We're the fifth largest local government in WA, with 155,000 people to look after.
The fifth largest.
Sorry?
Fifth largest.
Fifth largest, yeah.
See, these are things which, we're chatting to you. And,
So the largest is Stirling, and then we
Yeah.
have, I think it's Wanneroo, Joondalup, Swan,
yeah.
and then Rockingham.
Whoa. Gee, I can understand. Yeah, because again, just digressing a little bit, I've got two daughters, one's in Wanneroo, the other one's in Joondalup, and I know that, they're expanding at the rate of knots, both those places, With Rockingham, what do you see? I've got a list here. I've got to tell people, listeners out there. I've got a list of Lorna's put a post. Are people allowed to go onto this website,
Yes,
Lorna?
it's a Facebook page.
There we go. It's the Rockingham Facebook page. Rockingham, as in.
Yeah, it's Lorna Buchan, Mayor of Rockingham.
Yeah.
So it's my page. I run it myself.
And I just implore people to have a look, because I read this yesterday, and it's what that Lorna has plans for Rockingham, and I've read books that don't have this much information in them. It's absolutely brilliant as a ratepayer.
So that was some of the information I gave to the Chamber of Commerce, the Rockingham and Kwinana Chamber of Commerce. We have a business breakfast once a quarter, and I was invited to speak to their members about plans that the city have, some of the significant issues that we're facing, and also what my impact might be for the next 4 years, where my priorities lie. So my priorities are in response to all the things I heard from the residents during the election. Most of it was about activation of the foreshore, the regeneration of some of the dilapidated buildings there, attracting investment, hotels, shops, restaurants, bars. That's what people want. So that's what I will be seeking to achieve for the next 4 years.
Is there only one, like somebody said, here, Lorna, here's a magic wand for, say, two of the things that you would like to achieve. Is there one that you think, I really want to see that come to fruition?
I'd really like to see more activation and more shops vibrancy on Railway Terrace.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a straight, mind you, Freo's not much different in that regard. Because sometimes if you went for a coffee or try to go for a coffee after 3 o'clock on Railway Terrace, which is a beautiful spot, most of the coffee shops are closed, I think.
Okay. Right.
Well,
I think the businesses will respond to the foot traffic they get.
That's it.
If it was busier, they would stay open.
Chicken and the egg.
Yeah.
That's what I believe that too. If people say, they're not open, I think, if you get more people here, they would want to be open.
Yeah. So some of those problem sites, the old Salvo's building, there's a bit of antisocial behaviour going on.
Yeah.
I was able to announce yesterday that has a development application approval for a doctor's surgery.
Oh, right, that's one. Oh, there's a question I got, because, I know where you mean now, because we used to go to that Salvo's. Next door is that huge on the corner where the survey used to be.
Oh, yeah, the petrol station?
Yeah, is there anything at all?
Nothing at the moment. That's owned long-term by someone, and they haven't successfully developed it or sold it.
Oh, okay. So that's really, so in other words, I'm asking again as a resident, so if the person who owned that said, oh, look, I want to open a McDonald's, as you said, for example, then it goes before you guys?
They would submit a development application and the city would assess that against the town planning scheme, which is the legal arm of our planning. And that would then just be decided by the state government at a development assessment panel.
How much, I know I keep going to, so it's nothing to do with you guys, as in people go, it's a nice...
It is, because the city decide on the planning scheme, they'll decide what can and can't be built in certain areas of the city.
So what I meant was, you're not responsible for nothing going... You can only put a decision when somebody who owns that says, I want to put this here.
Yes.
So until then, your hands are tied, basically. Yeah. Okay.
So further up, next door to the Clipper Inn, there's an empty block there that has been sold for a childcare centre. So that'll be up and coming.
Really?
And then we're waiting for the lodgement of the application for the Rockingham Hotel. Rockingham Port Hotel.
Yes.
Which is definitely, as far as I'm aware, still going ahead, despite rumours in the community that it's not. It's still going ahead. We're just waiting for the owners to submit the application. Yeah. And then we have the Prendeville Group have bought a block further north of there. Yeah. And they're going to be putting in some short-term accommodation.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And that's a big area that goes from Kent Street right the way down to Rockingham Beach Road. Yeah,
yes.
And I am aware that the corner block next to Rockingham Beach Road has also been sold.
Oh, wow.
But it's not public yet.
Yeah. And so short-term accommodation, is that like a hotel, motel sort of thing?
Hotel,
because we do
possibly serviced apartments, something like that.
Because we do, and I think everybody knows, we do need more accommodation in Rockingham, but it's you know, when you think of Rockingham, I would say, I don't know, Lorna, like 30, 40 years ago, Rockingham was a holiday spot where people lived in Perth and they come down to Rockingham for the weekend or whatever, and all of a sudden it's a thriving metropolis, isn't it?
Yes. We've been growing for quite some time, and the city has been planning for that growth.
Oh, that's good.
So we have a new plan for the city centre that we're hoping that the WA Planning Commission will sign off on shortly. And that has been 5 years in the making. And that will allow for infill development, high density, which is what we're chasing. We're chasing some diversity in the housing market. Not everybody can afford a 4x2. Fortunately, we've got a lot of them. We don't have many apartments. 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom apartments. So we have a plan that we are hoping the WAPC will sign off on shortly that will allow infill high density developments to proceed in the city centre.
Oh, when you say the city centre, what encompasses the city centre?
Well, that'd be around the shopping centre. It starts off at Rockingham train station. Yep. Heads down Dixon Road to our university precinct. Yes. Down to the foreshore area. Yep. And then back across. So, right. You know, hitting the beach, hitting the university and the train station and the shopping centre. Because,
again, a question, because near Aldi, do you know where Aldi is there? Yeah. There's that opposite that, there's a huge expanse of land.
Yes.
Is that, again, I don't know whether you know, so I'm not trying to put you on the spot, is that sort of like privately owned as well?
It's privately owned, and under our new plan, our new precinct structure plan, I know that there has been early discussions with the city about developing that block. Wow. I can't say any more than that.
No, honestly.
It's very exciting, though.
Yeah?
To have some of the developers of such a size coming to Rockingham and wanting to invest in housing is really good news.
Because I would assume, and this sort of touches on, and well done, by the way, before I touch on this, I read about your son, I think, your daughter, being involved in the Navy.
Yes, so my oldest is a sub-lieutenant on surface ships, and he's currently stationed at Cairns, but he's on deployment at the moment. My daughter is studying defence industries at TAFE, just across the road here, to prepare for all of the shipbuilding, submarine building and sustainment activities that will be happening at Henderson. And my youngest boy is not old enough yet, but he wants to apply to be a marine tech on a submarine.
Wow. So it obviously it's a theme happening here.
Well, I think it's going to be a theme for a lot of our young people, and certainly people who want to change careers as well, because we need a lot of people.
I think that's, again, it's just, it's really, easy is not the right word, but it's easy. I wish that you live in Rockingham and you go to your shops, you go to this, and you go to the foreshore, and you think, but over time you're going to see that, especially with the AUKUS thing, it's and maybe is that a reason why a lot of people, big companies, want to invest in Rockingham? Do you think?
I think we've been planning for the growth for a long time. AUKUS is going to accelerate the growth. It's not going to be the only growth. What you need to understand is that for every defence job, there is 1.7 other jobs created alongside that. Because the people come in and they have children who they need looked after in childcare centres, and they need to buy coffees, and they need to go to the shops, and they need to buy a car, and they need to buy a house, and they need someone to clean their pool. So every defence job creates another 1.7 service jobs. It's amazing, isn't it? So that's quite a big multiplier. Yeah. And for every dollar that the Commonwealth spends on shipbuilding, will create another $4 in spending on maintenance. Wow. So it's not just Navy and being in Navy and being service personnel. We need defence industry people, and we need sustainment people as well. Jeez, it's, the old cliche is exciting times for Rockingham, but it does sound like exciting times for Rockingham. I think you could, it's once in a generation, transformational, I think. Really? I think it's that big, yeah. Seriously? Yeah, yeah. I'd be happy if we just got an American barbecue. Can we put that out there? Phone the mayor if you want to open an American barbecue. So we already have USS Vermont, the Virginia submarine, over at Garden Island at the moment. It is in for a maintenance routine, and it's quite exciting because that's the first time an American submarine has been maintained out with American soil. Wow. See, all these things that, unless it's, I don't know, and that's the trouble. I don't know whether people delve into it, because I would dare say, and I get the, old school, I get the Telegraph, whatever it's called, and I read it. But I'm not too sure if a lot of the people out there, the younger generation, use that as much as they use the internet and Instagram. I did speak at Comet Bay College. They had a Year 9 session where they were talking about careers, and they had people in from all different walks of life talking to the kids in groups of, say, 3 or 4, and they were circulating around. I spoke to them about the city, what we were responsible for, and then I said to them, do you know what AUKUS is? No. Have you heard about the submarines coming to Rockingham? No. You're kidding me. They just hasn't seemed to have filtered down to them, and they're the very people we want in our defence industry training right now. But some of the training for these new submarines hasn't even been created yet. So they'll more than likely, if they're going to be hands on a submarine, they're going to be over in America. So as soon as I mentioned, would you like to go to America for 3 years when you leave school? Yes, we're interested in that. So again, it's communication. It's how you put things forward to people to the right levels. That's the thing, isn't it, Lorna? No matter what we do, where you live or what you buy, or it's all about communication, and nothing, to me, in the most simplest terms, is if you go to a local business, that
you are making money for those people, but generally the service of side of it, you're not talking to a corporation, and you get that communication and you think, well, that's worth it. I'll go and see that man again or whatever. And that's really sort of funny. That's, where's fancy that, not knowing. So year 9, they would have been, what, my guess is 13, 14?
Yeah, possibly 14, turning 15.
And I've never heard of it.
No.
And that's the thing, isn't it, Lorna, without, you just wonders that, like around the evening table, that the parents who might be in their 30s, 40s would know about it.
Yeah. Well, there's certainly a lot on the news about AUKUS.
Well, that's the other thing.
But I don't know if the children are necessarily watching news.
I know, I'm not. Yeah, it's a pretty. We haven't got a video game. AUKUS in Rockingham. Yeah. But it's been. I do have another question. So, how much can the state government override the council with things like planning?
So we have a development assessment panel now, and that is made up of 5 members. 3 of those members are placed on there because they are part of the development industry. There are 2 representatives from the City of Rockingham, and that is myself and Councillor Mark Jones. We are your representatives on the development assessment panel. And anything that is over, I think it's $3 million investment, has to automatically go to the development assessment panel. So what happens is, somebody comes with an application to the city to build something here.
Yep.
Say, for instance, a fuel station. And the city then assess that application, and they write a report for the development assessment panel to consider. And it's the development assessment panel that make the decision. But where people get confused is because people are responding perhaps to a consultation on where it is and what it is, they think that we're making the decision. We're the assessing authority, we'll assess it, but the decision maker is the development assessment panel.
So they have the final say?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything else that see the anniversary pass getting you, well, it's on the thing to be upgraded.
Yes, anniversary park club rooms are going to be redeveloped this financial year, so by June. And we're also working on the plans to redevelop the Autumn Centre.
Yes.
Some changes internally, in there. And the big one is the planning for Aquajetty, for a new swimming pool in there, because we're experiencing pressure on the pools and learn to swim programs and all of the activities that we put on at Aquajetty. We're really pushing to be able to cater for the numbers of population that we have there.
Of course, because again, when August comes, people are going to want to go there, aren't they?
We want to increase the size in the gymnasium, add in another swimming pool, and change around all of the heated pool and the jacuzzi area and all of that.
So are these things, is there a time frame for these things, Lorna? Or not?
I think next financial year we'll start on the actual Aquajetty redevelopment, which means it will have to close for a short while. But it will be a work site, so it's actually easier to close and work on it, and will be done in a lot shorter time than trying to manage people throughout that facility and close down a bit and then move it around and close down the next bit. We've sat down and we've decided that we just close the whole place and get it done as quickly as possible. I
think that's, again, I'm not involved in that, but I think it's one of the things, like, people may complain about roadworks to make, and the reason I complain is because I can't get there as quick. I think, but the long-term effect is you are going to get there quicker, but people, it's that all about now. I can't get there now, and I think we need to understand that, with progress and road buildings, I mean, I look at the freeways now, Lorna, and they're already chockers, and that's not getting any better. But main roads can only do so much.
Yeah. Well, it's about addressing needs, isn't it? You look at where the greatest needs are. Obviously, the City of Rockingham would love an extra lane on the freeway, right down to Safety Bay Road, even down to Paganoni Road would be good.
Yeah.
But at the moment, the plans are only to come down as far as Mortimer, which will just push the tail back further down the road. Yeah. We would dearly like Carnup Railway Station to be built. That would take a lot of pressure off of Warnborough train station car park, because Warnborough train station at the moment, that caters for Baldivis and all those southern suburbs, Secret Harbour, Golden Bay, Port Kennedy area. We all use Warnborough to park at. Oh. So that's why when you go to Warnborough station, as I used to until 3 weeks ago, you had to be there by 6:30, 7:15 in the morning to get a space. If you're not there by that time, you're not going to get a parking space.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Wow. So we need, a deck car park at Warnborough train station, or open up Carnup and get some regular buses running around Secret Harbour and Golden Bay and taking people to the station, and then they won't need to park there.
Gee whiz. You've only been here just half an hour, so I don't want to take too much of your time out, because I know you're a busy woman, but it has been so eye-opening for me, and I like to consider, without pumping my tyres up, that I'm just an average citizen who looks at things hopefully reasonably with
Absolutely.
And I'm not a Lorna fan club member by any stretch. I more just see things and comment, and I just think, even things like, I'm just using an example, Warnborough Railway Station, you know about that. You know about Anniversary Park getting rid of it. You know about Aqua Jetty. You know about the roads from, the freeway.
Yeah.
It's an all-encompassing thing, and I expect you to say, well, actually, I really don't know about that, Nick, but I'll find out for you. But it hasn't happened.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened.
Well, as a local city councillor, I'm one of 12. We have to get our head across a whole range of issues and a heap of things. But luckily we are backed up by a great team at the city. The staff do a great job in supporting us and giving us information to be able to make A, the best decision for the community, but B, to be able to communicate that. That's our role. Our role is a communication role.
I think it's great, and being an older member of the community, and it's almost a return to what you think politicians.
Yeah.
I don't feel politicians a bit. It's what members who aspire to lead the community.
Yes, that's what they do.
That's what you seem to be, and that's why I think it's great.
Thank you.
It is. Yeah. It's all right to give answers which aren't answers, which you see on the TV all the time, the politicians, I think.
I've always been a sleeves rolled up volunteer. If something needs done, let's do it. What do we need to do? Let's get together, let's collaborate, let's work as a team and a group, let's get it done. So that's my outlook all the time. We've had some really good developments this year at the city with Stand Twight opening last week. That was a $7 million investment in the club rooms there. Fabulous. If you're in that area, take a look in Safety Bay at the Stand Twight Reserve.
Oh, okay. I don't know of that.
It's beautiful. The redevelopment has been fabulous. And in December, we're going to be opening the final section of the Baldivis Indoor Sports Complex, which is the pavilions, the outdoor courts.
Oh, really?
We have a skate park, and we have a nature playground as well.
Wow.
And that'll be open in December. Well, it parts of it may well be open now, but the official opening's in December.
Jeez. And I've got a bit of a plug there for them, which is through Rockingham City Council. Pretty sure I got this right. For seniors, every Monday morning at the Baldivis Sports Complex, there's a mobility class which is run by an instructor, and it's for the over 60s. And guess how much it costs, Lorna, to do that every week?
could be free.
It is free. Well done. And I didn't go because it was free.
Yeah.
Because of being instructor there.
I can't go because I'm not 60.
But it's just a great, and then of course I knew about Ivis Indoor Sports Complex was there, but when you go there, and it's such a good feel.
It is a fabulous place.
It is.
It is wonderful.
Yeah.
And so airy and light.
It is.
And the design of the building with all those shuttered windows.
That's it.
To let the heat out. It's just fab.
It is great. And for those seniors out there, Tuesdays and Thursdays, $13.50 meal with a cup of tea or coffee. There you go. Bit of a plug. Honestly, thus far, I can only say thus far, Lorna.
Yeah.
I think you're doing a tremendous job.
Thank you.
And, I know you're busy, so maybe, I don't know, every 6 months, if I can contact you to come in.
That'd be great. It's really useful for me to have this connection with the community because I can pass on information, and perhaps your listeners can, email in or phone in with questions next time. If you
I'd like that.
Give me the list beforehand, and I'll make sure that I can answer them all for you. I'd hate to come and say, I have to get back to you on that. So
I will. Actually, that's what I'll do. Next time you're in a few months, way after Christmas, I'll ask. I'll put it out there, put it on my Facebook thing, and get some questions in, and then people can ask you, which is great.
I'm always open to hearing from the community. I know that not everything is going to suit everybody, but pleasing 155,000 people is going to be a big task. But I would really recommend, if somebody has an issue, contact the city.
Yes.
And the way not to go about it is to go on Facebook and write horrible comments, because that doesn't resolve your situation. Now, I'm not saying that you don't have an issue. I'm not saying that I can't look at it for you, but there are ways and means to approach people. And a little bit of kindness goes a long way.
And I couldn't agree more. I really could not agree more, because being in the corporate world sort of for a lot of times, and like you say, if you've got 150,000 people, sadly, you're going to get 5% of people who are a little bit different. That's how I'm going to put it. So you do so 150,000, 10% would be 15, 5% would be 7,500 people. That's a lot of people who are a little bit.
So the easy thing to do is go on Facebook and vent. The harder thing to do is to make contact with the people that can actually help you.
Exactly right.
And work together to resolve your issue.
That's spot on. I mean, it's so simple, isn't it? And like you say, like the people who, sorry to carry on about the Beach Cup. I mean, it was a great event. It was on the TV. I dare say it went interstate as well. And the people it will bring to Rockingham and West Australia, sure, you're going to have hiccups, but that's not the point, is it really?
I met people from the UK as I was leaving who were visitors. They just could not believe how wonderful Rockingham was, how spectacular our beaches are, the event that we put on, the fact that there was the free festival. Sure, there was tickets if you wanted to go into the licensed area, but we have to do that. They thought it was fabulous, and they cannot wait to come back.
That's it. And so again, thank you very much. Thank you for taking your time out of your busy schedule, which I know it is, to spend a little bit of time chatting about Rockingham. Want to have you next time. I will get some questions from listeners, because I think that's very important. Like you say, the communications. And the good thing, people, is Lorna will answer the questions.
I will answer.
That's what we want from our mayor. So thanks again. And it's just before you go. So you got me.
Hey, Geronimo, we have to have
I'll tell you what, I'm going to look. Actually, I know I've got it on mine. How do we say it, Jono? G-E-R... Ron, is that right? I'm going to find it now. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yep. Shepherd coming to our foreshore to play for us live.
There you go. They'll be playing live. And I'm sure they'll be playing this song. What do you think?
They will be.
Okay, thanks again, Lorna.
Take
care. Have a great day.